The Scary, Scary Forest by Alan Wake. When I arrived in Bright Falls, I thought my problems would go away, but I was wrong. Ever since I got here, my wife has gone missing. Eerie monsters have attacked me in the woods, and I felt like I was in this otherworldly state since getting here. And oddest of all, I keep finding Thermoses everywhere I search for my spouse. I tried to forget about my deadlines and my writer's block while on this vacation, and when we first arrived, as my wife said, Alan, wake up. I thought I'd have a real chance. After passing a thermos, I got my hotel key from this creepy woman and thought that lady was totally trustworthy. Well, time to take my wife, who's afraid of the dark, to this remote lake house. Nothing could go wrong there, especially not to me, a person who writes horror fiction. That would be too ironic. Once we arrived at the cabin, I grabbed another thermos and turned on the generator, thinking that this would be peaceful, despite what would be heavy foreshadowing in my dreams, were this all a story written by me, which this most certainly wasn't. All of a sudden, I ran to my screaming wife's screams after the lights turned off when the rickety old generator gave out. Who saw that coming? I dove into the icy water to save my wife, but then blacked out, only to wake up, confused and suffering a head injury behind the wheel of a crashed car in a wooded area. Some might think it was like that game Silent Hill, but it wasn't. It was totally different. I regained consciousness after hearing again, Alan, wake up. Weird that it fits my name so perfectly, and if you shorten my name it would be A-Wake, as if I was dozing through life. As an author, I'd say someone was a little too cute when creating my character. Were this made up? I shook off these thoughts as I pocketed another thermos. As I walked through this desolate forest, save for me, shadowy monster men, and dozens of thermoses, I think back on happier times. My wife and I in our old apartment, and the thermos we kept on the computer desk right next to the coffee machine. Alan, she'd say, you need to quit sleepwalking through life. Wake up. I always resented how she'd use my non-ironic name to remind me of my problems. Now I just wish she were back. But I refused to tell the police whenever they offered to help. I'm not sure why. Let's blame it on my head trauma. Now I'm trying in vain to find any trace of her, but all I find is thermos after thermos. Who the fuck leaves these out everywhere? I mean, these are quality items, these thermos brand containers. Almost as good as Verizon phones and Energizer batteries. Oh shit.
Oh no! Will Alan Wake survive this scary, scary forest? Stay tuned for the thrilling conclusion later on TalkRadar.
Warriors, torchbearers, can redeem our dreams. Shine a light upon this night above the worldly fiend.
And now, the conclusion of the scary, scary forest.
Oh shit. The battery just ran out of juice again as I was shining a light on the 37th guy wearing an orange vest. Soon I find a man I met earlier injured by some unknown assailant. As I hear the park ranger scream in pain, slowly dying from his injuries, I do my best to tune it out during my thermos hunt. It must be somewhere. Why would someone so thoroughly hide it? It sounds like something interesting is happening behind me, but I ignore it and let it pass as I finally find the thermos that was behind the wall. Perhaps if I find every thermos, the answer will come. I know where I need to go next, but am frozen with the fear that I missed a thermos. God, what kind of monster would leave so many of these containers lying around for me to grab and keep in my coat? A coat that's capable of holding guns, batteries, flares, a cell phone, bullets, and approximately 42 thermoses at once. Oh my God, my wife. I have to find her. She has a thermos with her. I must know, I must. As I hurry through the scary, scary forest, a horror writer trapped in his own nightmare, a nightmare he can't wake from. I just pray to God in heaven that I didn't leave this area and miss another thermos.